data about the customer's profile and customer's needs and wants, it's better for you to visit and interview with the suppliers, competitors, experts, and also the buyers. If the supplier of our company are supplying their products to the competitors at the same time, interviewing with the suppliers may provide some insightful information about the competitors' trends as well. In order for you to get an information about the customers, you may also interview or meet the competitor or the experts, because competitors are also providing their products or services to the buyers. So even though they are the competitors of us, it's better to have a good relationship with them and then share some information with each other. Okay. After collecting the data about customers' needs and wants, please summarize the needs and wants of the customers we have identified to draw the implications in order for us to build the business strategies. So in customer analysis, the first step you have to do is identifying who are the customers, and then create the profile of the customers, and then collect the data about the customer's needs and wants, and finally summarize what we have collected for analysis to draw the implication. Okay, in this case, the key customers of our company can be divided into two groups. One is consumers of our products or services. They are the final consumers. So we may also divide the consumer groups into two different groups: loyal customer groups and potential customers. Depending on our strategy, we may focus on serving our loyal customer groups heavily, or we can move to the potential customers and put a lot of resources to develop potential customers. So we have to understand who are our loyal customers, or who are the potential customers, and what are their needs and wants before deciding our business strategies. So in this case, the major needs and wants of our loyal customers are they expect for quality products. No, actually, the expectation for the quality of the product is low, but the sensitivity to the price is high. So in case of the loyal customer to us, they think the reasonable quality might be okay, but actually they are more concerned about the price. So price is the main key buying factor. And then they prefer new products of domestic small and medium-sized companies rather than high-end foreign brand products. So what are the implications from collecting the major needs and wants of the loyal customers? Just because they are price sensitive, price increase may bring negative impact. So we have to be very cautious in increasing our current prices. So if we make a conclusion that we may not increase the price to the customers, but we would rather serve the customers better. If that's the conclusion, or rather that's the strategy, and that kind of strategy is based on the facts or the data we have gathered. So we did a strategic thinking process to determine our strategies. In case we do not collect the proper data about needs and wants of the customers, and if we decide, okay, increase the price in order to increase our gross profit margin. Why? Because of the experiences my businesses. In that case, that's based on the intuitive thinking. Intuitive thinking may not bring the right strategy, especially in the case that business environment is very uncertain. Okay, so another group of our key customers are potential customers. So they are not customers of us not yet, but we may want to get an information about those customers in order to address their special needs, if possible. So based on our analysis, their expectation for the quality of the product is high, but the sensitivity to the price is low. So their actually profile is contrary to the loyal customer. So the key buying factor of our potential customer is the quality of the product. So they need the quality of the product even though the price is high. And they prefer direct purchase of the popular overseas products conveniently in Korea. So our loyal customers prefer the domestic products, but potential customers may need the overseas products. They want to buy the products directly in Korea. So in order to make those potential customers to our customer group, we have to think about how to introduce foreign products directly in South Korea, because that's what they need. So in order to attract potential customers, foreign direct purchase products are required. So that's the implication from those analysis about the potential customers. Okay, in case of this example, the suppliers are also our main customers we have to think about. In case of the key supplier, they prefer steady supply of their newly developed products, not in the peak season. Okay, it seems to me that they are providing the products to us in some peak season, but the purpose of supplying the product to us is that they want a steady supply of their product, especially their newly developed products. Okay, and also they want to increase the price of their products they supply to us by 15% this year. Okay. From those data, we get an implication that the close relationship is required to launch high-quality, steady-seller products. Okay. Without introducing high-quality product, it may be very difficult to increase the price of the products by 15%. With a very close relationship with supplier and us, we may introduce high quality products. Mainly, we can target the potential customers because they are not very sensitive to the price, and so that might be one of the strategies we can develop. Okay, have a very close relationship to develop new product from key supplier, and we may increase the price of the product and provide those high-end products to the potential customers. Why? Because the loyal customers are very sensitive to the price increase, and they may not welcome to a new product with a price increase. Okay, and we also think about the needs and wants of the new supplier, because who knows, at the same time, new supplier may become the major supplier of our company. Based on our data we collected, the new supplier prefers to test the consumers' responses to their flagship products through the channel of our company. So they opened the transaction with us not because they want to increase the sales of their existing volume, but to test their products, to test the consumer's response to their flagship products. When I say the flagship products, that's the main product. That's the major products they are producing and selling. And without the channel of our company, it was very, very difficult for them to test the response, customer responses. So they want to strategically use our company as the channel to test the customer's response. So they are not very sensitive to the profit margin of their products in the transaction with us, because they are doing the business with us for the strategic reason. So at this point, so they don't care about the profit margin of their products at this point. So if those are the data we have collected, and then it is necessary to launch an exclusive supply of their product to us, right? So in that case, have a negotiation with the supplier that please supply their main product only exclusively to our channel, and please do not provide the similar or the identical product to the competitor of us. Okay, and they may agree to our request because they do not want to increase the profit margin of their products throughout the entire channels, but they simply want to test their products response from the customers, and then it may be better for them to exclusively working with us. Okay. Okay, let me summarize the lessons of this class. Okay. Collecting and reviewing the market data on a regular basis is critical to understand the customer's needs and wants in an industry you may wish to invest in. Okay, first, try to identify who are my customers and who are my suppliers, and understand their needs and wants, why they are buying from our company, and why they are supplying their products to our company. Okay. In identifying the customers, and I emphasize that it's better to create the profile of our customers as specific as possible, and also include the suppliers as one of the customers, because understanding the needs and wants of the suppliers are also very important in building the business strategies. So once we identify who are the customers and suppliers of us, and then try to collect the data about their needs and wants. In order for us to understand their needs and wants, lesson number two, building good relationships and meet the experts who may have key information about our customers' needs are really critical. And in some cases, it's necessary for you to meet even the competitors who may have the key information about my customers' needs. In some cases, my customers are buying the products or the services from us and at the same time from the competitors. So in that case, have a good relationship and try to meet the people in the competitor's company. And also try to meet the people who have an expertise in customers' needs and wants. Okay, and finally, key lesson number 3, meet the buyers and the suppliers on site or through the focus groups on a regular or irregular basis. Focus groups, which I have mentioned before, is a very organized interview, is for the organized interviews, because it's very difficult to meet a lot of different groups of the people at the same time. And we design the focus group interviews, and then we select the customers from target groups to represent a certain group's ideas, and then we provide a very structured questionnaires to them and have some interviews with them. And that focus group interview may save a lot of time and energy of us, and through the focus group we can get an insight about the customer needs and wants. And it's also important to have such focus group interviews or meetings on a regular basis. So in order for us to compare the customer, to compare whether there's a need, there's a changes, or in terms of the customer's needs and wants. Okay, and go to the site to meet the buyers. Where can be the sites to meet the buyers? And maybe the stores or any off-sites where the buyers actually buy the products. And also other things we have to be very careful is that listen to the real VOC, real voices of the customers, and try to systematically collect and then reflect such customers' voices into the designing and producing and delivering the products or services in the next cycles. Okay, that's pretty much about customer analysis. So, so far we have finished the 3 analysis out of the 4 analysis, And industry analysis, competitor analysis, and customer analysis are actually the external analysis. And the final analysis we are supposed to do in the next class is core competency analysis. That's about our internal resources. Okay, so there are a couple of ways in conducting the analysis. One is dividing the analysis into four, which I have done: industry analysis, competitor analysis, customer analysis, and internal analysis of the core competency of the company. There are a lot of different ways of doing the analysis. So some other ways of doing the analysis might be you are looking at the business environment, you are looking at the political environment, and you are looking at the social environment, and you are looking at the environmental the factors to affect your businesses, or you are looking at the regulations, you are looking at the political environment. So you may divide your external analysis into those ways: political, legal, business, or the economical, or social, or the environmental perspectives. But I think looking at those the categories: industry analysis, competitor analysis, customer analysis, might be a good way of the analyzing the external factors. In the later class, I may provide another way of looking at external factors. That is the opportunities or threats to us. So we may divide the external factors into two groups. One is good factors to us, that is opportunities for us, and then bad factors for us, that's threats to us. And then we also divide internal factors into two groups. One is the strength, good news to us, that is strengths of us, and then the bad news to us is that the weaknesses of us. So we may divide the entire circumstances into those 2x2 metrics. One is external, which can be divided into opportunities and then the threats, and the other X is the internal factors, which can be divided into strengths and weaknesses. So we call it SWOT analysis, SWOT analysis. But yeah, I will introduce that analysis, that concept of the analysis later on. But in building the business strategy, I divide it into 5-step processes. And then in those 5-step process for building business strategy, I use those 3 analysis for external factors: industry, competitor, customers. And then in the next class, I will do the internal factor analysis, which can be related to the core competency analysis. And we may finish the analysis steps and move on to choosing the best strategic option steps. Okay, thank you very much for listening to today's class, and see you next class with the topic of the core competency. Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye.